As we start the new year, I know so many of us are looking at having success in this year because the old year is gone and now we are looking with hopefulness to the new year. Here are some step by step actionable plans on how you can actually make this year be a year of success for you. Conventional advice says that you should start with an achievable goal. Look at how much success did you have in the last year, and then look at an incremental level of success for this year so that this year will be a bit higher than the last. In my own view, I look at every single new year as a year to do something exponentially better than the previous one. So instead of targeting having 5% more success or 10% more success, I look at how can I be able to have 10 times more success than I had in the previous year. This big goal, sometimes it feels a bit scary to the mind, but that's really good. The more times you look at this goal, the more times you see this goal in your face, then your mind starts thinking, how can I be able to achieve this particular goal? So my number one advice for you is to set a big, audacious goal. Some people call it hairy, audacious goals, hags. I call them bags, big, audacious goal. This big goal that you have is one that is just on the other side of normal possibility and something that you would have achieved, but just a bit more than if you put all your effort, if you put all your resources together, it's just on the edge of achievement. What this does is that it finally unlocks a level of faith that you need to have. In order to get exponential success, then you must have faith that you can be able to achieve that level of success. So the first step, the first thing they should do, set a big goal in whatever facet of your life you want to achieve. It can be in relationships, it can be in career, it can be in business, it can be to do with your YouTube channel or your TikTok channel, whatever it is, whatever you want to achieve in this new year, set a big goal so that when it's up there, it scares you. Sometimes it makes you try and think, oh my goodness, I can't be able to achieve that, but that's good. That's step number one, a big, audacious goal. Once you're done setting this big goal, you don't stop there. You remember we said that this goal scares you, but in order for you to be able to achieve it, you need to break it down. So you have your yearly goal. That's the very first thing that you set. This goal needs to be really, really huge. And then once you have this goal, break it down into a quarterly goal. Break that down into a monthly goal. Break that down to a weekly and a daily goal so that you know that you need to do this particular thing every single day in order to finally reach the end goal. But don't worry about the fact that in the very first days and probably even in the very first half of the year, you'll not be meeting this target, but that's a good thing. Just make sure that you're always getting closer and closer to achieving the daily goal, because there'll come a tipping point in the momentum that you're getting so that you will finally be meeting that goal and surpassing it so that by the end of the year, you'll have met that big goal. But remember, the effort it takes to be able to do X amount of success is the same effort it takes to do 10x of that same success. That's the reason why corporate people do much more business than the people who have small shops in the village. They're still serving one customer. Of course, there are so many other factors to do with it. But the point here is, if you set a big goal, the amount of effort it takes to reach that big goal is the same amount of effort it would have taken to reach the smaller goal. And then With this goal that you have now broken down, it now seems even more achievable. I'll give you a good example. When I was starting this channel and around in 2018, I was always looking at how will I be able to get monetized. And that was a big question in my mind because that was the same year that YouTube actually introduced the 4,000 hours of watch time and the 1,000 subscribers on the channel. And in that year, I had 21 subscribers at that particular point. And so what I actually did is I told myself I'll take a whole year in order to be able to achieve these goals. And then after that, I would never ever need to worry about watch time and subscribers anymore. So what I did was I took 1,000 and divided by 12 and got about 83, I should think. It should be about 83 subscribers. So my aim every single month in 2018 was I needed to get 83 subscribers. In the very first months, of course, I wasn't getting 83 subscribers. But as the year was going on, I started getting 80 subscribers, 100 subscribers, 120 subscribers, and so on, that by the end of the year, actually by December 13th of 2018, I'd actually reached 1,000 subscribers. And it was a similar thing with the watch time requirement, but that I reached a little later, just almost at the end of the year, around 27th of December. So this same tactic is what I want to still put in use now as I'm getting into this new year. Put a big goal, break it down so that I can be able to daily look at the smaller goal, not the big goal that would have scared me like in step one, and now put actions onto how I can be able to achieve these small goals. Speaking of which, number 3 is to set a strategy on how to be able to achieve daily goals. When you wake up in the morning, it's not just going around your day not knowing what you want to achieve in that particular day. This is usually a syndrome that hits a lot of people, especially when you are employed, because your time is not necessarily yours. But if you want to achieve success, then you have to make a plan of your whole day. What time do you wake up? What time do you go to the gym if you go to the gym? What time do you get to the office if you're employed? What time do you meet with clients? What time do you do your work? What time have you allocated for other things? And then at the end of the day, what time have you allocated for yourself to rest, to talk with family and things like that? All these things are important for you to put in your plan so that at the end of the day, you'll go down and sit on your notebook and be able to see this is what I achieved, this is what I achieved. If it has to do with revenue, then you have to look at how much am I looking to make in a particular day. For instance, if you have a target of about $100 to make every single day, then now when you're making your actionable plans, you'll be looking at, do I need a $10 product that I'll sell to 10 people? Or do I need a $100 product that I'll sell to one person? Or do I need a $200 product that I can sell every 2 days and meet my target for the year? All these action plans are important because as you're marking your progress, as you're doing all these things, the target that you're looking at the end of the year, when you're taking stock at the end of the year, you will see how far you have come, and even for many of us, how much more we've been able to achieve than we had thought was possible at the start of the year. So sit down at the end of the day and take stock of what has happened on that particular day. The reason why we are taking stock and analyzing our progress at the end of the day is so that tomorrow we can see how do we tweak this plan so that tomorrow we can be able to achieve what we hadn't achieved today and also achieve what we need to do tomorrow. All this daily feedback will make you see that you don't have a lot of work to do. You don't have a very large place to go. You can just adjust and then be able to move. The good thing with this is you can be able to tweak your plans 30, 50, 60 times. By the end of the year, you are always achieving and surpassing your goal. Remember, as you're starting this new year, these goals that we are setting, we need to be able to meet them. The next important thing for us to do in this new year is to take time to celebrate our successes. It's important that everything that you achieve on the goals that you have set, you take time and celebrate yourself. I know, especially as entrepreneurs and even as people who are doing different things, we feel like there's not enough time to sit back and reflect on the successes that we have had. I know that in the past year, there are so many things that we had wanted to achieve and have actually achieved them, that they passed and we were unable to celebrate those successes. In this new year, we are not making that mistake. We are going to celebrate the successes that we have. And in taking this time, we'll actually be able to sit down, be happy about what has happened, take stock of how we're able to do it, look at how we will be able to replicate it, and then do it over and over again. With these tips, I know that this new year shall be a year of success for you and for me as well. I look forward to even having such discussions with you guys as we go on the channel in this new year, because for us, one of the biggest goals for us this year is to hit 100,000 subscribers. So if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.